Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back here in this video here, and this time I just want to showcase a game with the Grandmaster board that was made by Excalibur. This board here, for those who don't know, I think it was in production from the early 90s to maybe early 2000s. So it is not necessarily a vintage board, but it's getting to be that way. Probably another 10, 15 years, you could probably consider this here a vintage board. It has some unique things where like it has an opening training built into it, which I think is pretty cool. It has some world-class games built into the board where you can actually play through them. I've made videos about that. And the kind of the only one downside is that it makes an audible noise every single time you make a move. And some people may not like that. I've known people to go in and they cut the wire to the speaker to stop it, but I'm gonna just leave mine in its original state. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and use my D4 system here. He wants to bring his knight out. Oh, let me switch these around first before I do anything else. Sorry. All right, see what we got here. 76. Okay. B7, B6. Okay. Looks like he's playing sort of a Queen's Indian here. I can dig it. C8, B7. Okay. I like it. Let's see what he goes for. C7, C5. Okay, I'm going to just go C2, C4. See what he does. He's probably going to take with his bishop. C5, D4, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that. Oh, that's right. In this case, you got to pick up the piece you want to capture with on this board. Some boards you can pick up, you can go either way. And like you can pick up the piece you're going to capture or the piece that is going to do the capturing. And B8 to C6. So, but in this case, you have to pick up the piece that will do the capturing first on this board. Okay. That's F8 to B4. I was expecting bishop C5. That's what I was expecting actually. With that said, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and pin this. No, because I think I'll do this first. Let me bring my knight in the middle of the board here. Oh, I think that from what I read, they don't give an official rating. I think I had to go back and read everything. C6, D4. They don't give an official rating, but I've heard that this board was around 18 to 1900 USCF. Depending on who you ask, I've heard some people say that it was less than that, like maybe around 1600 or so, but regardless, it still plays from my standpoint, it still plays a pretty decent game of chess. F6, E4. Still plays a pretty decent game of chess. And okay, so it looked like it let me pick the piece up that was to be captured at the time, so maybe I was wrong about that. But anyway, so far, I mean, it's playing what I'd expect. I played a few games with it in the past, and one time it gambited a piece for 2 pawns in the opening, and was quite active. But I still managed to win the game. But wait a minute, I don't know what just happened there because it seemed like I took a piece. I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, I'm gonna just go ahead and move. Error D4. Okay, I think I know what happens. Put this back. No, wait a minute. Take this up first, yeah. So I may be right. There we go, yeah. I was right. You have to pick up the piece that's going to do the capturing first. E8 to G8, yeah. So I lost some time on that move, but that's okay. All right. A8 to C8. So let me go ahead and bolster that pawn there a little bit, get my bishop a diagonal open here, and see if I can some kind of way My queen is centralized. It's not a whole lot that can be done about that b4 to c3. It's not a whole lot can be done about that just yet. That's a reasonably dodgy move. So go ahead and move my rook out of the way here. c3 to b4. Yeah, I didn't quite like that. So it plays a little dodgy move there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to set up the winner pawn, because if he doesn't do it, if he just makes a bad move here, I'm going to go queen d4, f7 to f5. Yes. And I think that wins a pawn, or either doubles pawns. Let me see. Yes, it does win a pawn. Yeah. No, it don't, because he can bring his rook up to protect. That's okay. So now, let's see here. Let me see here. I don't like that bishop sitting right there like that. So let's go ahead and move that bishop out of the way. Let's get that bishop somewhere. Let's c5. Okay, that's pretty good move on his behalf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up to... I'm going to back up the right here to keep some pressure on that file. On that diagonal. I think I'm going to run out of time here, but however, I think I can keep playing. b6 to b5. Okay. So we're not going to take that. We're going to let him take that. So we're going to push this here. That's what we're going to do. c5 to e7. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and take that. Not take, we're going to go ahead and push e7 to f6. Okay. Not too bad. And go back right here. f6 to b2. Okay, take that. All right. So d8 to f6. Okay, so let me just bring that over here to bolster that a little bit. a7 to a6. So I got 2 minutes and 30 seconds here. So let's just go here then. Threaten his a6 pawn to see what he does. We might could win a pawn here somehow. c8 to a8. All right, so now what I'm trying to do here is win a pawn. So we could at least, I'll tell you what we could at least do. But if we move our c2 rook, we're gonna unleash his queen. I don't really like that. Okay, we'll still go this way anyway. Because I'll take with the queen and I'll be threatening his rook if he takes. d7, c6. Okay. Hold up. d7, c6. Okay, now queen. Yeah, there we go. Now, I had to, wait a minute, is that right? Okay, a8 to a7. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So let's bring our queen. No, we can't really threaten his rook like that. We could go in for a check. I don't think I want to go in for a check just yet. Okay. I'll tell you what we can do though. We'll let his queen out. Oh, that'd be fine. If he did that, that'd be great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here. f7 to a1. That's okay. Just step up. I doubt if he'd take that pawn with his queen. I doubt if he'd take a3, because that would be a1 to a3. Okay, let's see here. That might not be an optimal strategy for him. Arrow to a3. Okay, hold up. Yeah, I think what I'm doing here wrong. You got to pick this up first. Take this and then put this down. Now it's my move. There we go. Check. F7, F8. And now I'm going to go queen takes pawn. He's going to go A7 to F7. Then I'm going to go rook takes rook. G8 takes F7. And hold up. Wait a minute, what is going on here? Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Oh, let's go back here. Okay, rook, arrow to G8, rook takes F8. What is going on here? What? Hold up. As I took, he said check. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. So I said check. He pulled his rook on. Let's go back here for a second. Check. Error on G8. I am not sure what is going on here. Error on D8. Error on G8. Oh my goodness. Okay, then you take. Okay, there we go. Now, C2 is checkmate. Yeah, so that's it. Sorry about the little hiccup we had there in the end. I had to sort that out, but this is an older board. I don't think it's that error prone. It's just that I'm so accustomed with newer boards being able to take, pick up the piece that's going to be captured and then move the piece to capture, or sometimes you can pick up the piece that will capture and move it to the square. So I just got to keep that in order. But otherwise, as you can see the way it played, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's a 18 or 1900 UFCF. I'd say it's probably 1500, 1600, like most people say. It plays a pretty okay game of chess. I mean, for me, some other people may find that it plays fantastic chess. And also another thing is that this is a short time control, so maybe on longer time controls it'll make better moves. And one last thing here is that I'm sure the processor speed in this thing, and in the 90s, chess computers wasn't that great in the first place. I mean, you had a few that could play, 2000 level chess probably, but I'm sure the microprocessing thing is probably not with the best, and it's also battery powered on top of that. So with that said, I still think it's an interesting board. I like it. It's a keeper. It's going to stay in my collection, and I'll play it from time to time. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video and this demonstration of how it plays, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.